Reggie Aloysius Miller Jr. III, Hall of Famer, NBC Sports, NBA lead game analyst. We're 25 games in. This is when we start to go, okay, now it feels like it's a little bit more than just a trend. It becomes a real story. So if that's the case, what would be the number one story? Well, maybe it's OKC is so much better than everybody else. Would that be the number one story for you?
I think yes, because now it's going to be on the tip of people's tongue. Can they eclipse that Golden State record of winning 73, 74 games? And at the end of it, winning the championship, people need to remember the Warriors had that best record, but they lost in the finals. So I think people still view the Bulls because of that 72-10 record ended up winning the championship. I think everyone's thinking, when is OKC going to lose again? That would probably be the number one story. And to me, the number two story, we didn't think Luka and the Lakers would be this good. No one thought LeBron would be the third wheel on this team, which he is, and that's a heck of a third wheel to have. Austin Reaves is playing like an all-star in a contract year. I didn't have the Lakers being this good. The question going forward, can they sustain it? And health will be a big issue, in my opinion, for the Lakers.
Let's go back to when Luka was in Dallas. And I know that we corresponded, and you had said Luka was out of shape.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the exact language, but then I know after the game, you started to wonder, did you take a step too far? Were you overly critical? And I wonder, looking back on that, what kind of role do you think that played at all with Luka, the Mavericks, and maybe where he is right now with the Lakers?
I think the comments Kevin and I made, not necessarily about his weight, but being in shape to play at an NBA level. And if you listen to Luka's comments the day after, he echoed what we said. Like, yeah, I'm not in the best of shape. I could be in better shape. So he kind of piggybacked what we said, and he knew. I mean, because whenever I say things, it comes from a place of truth and love. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, and I would always want someone to tell me the truth as well. When I was a player, I respect that more. So I think he respected kind of what we were saying. And you fast forward to now, JJ Redick basically said the same thing in their postseason meetings. You got to get in better shape. Well, what does he do? He goes back to Slovenia. He gets in the best shape, plays unbelievable, the leading scorer in Eurobasket, carries that over into this year, and he's leading the league in score. But more importantly, it just looks better for him. He's moving better. There's more fluidity to his game. Not to say that he couldn't have done that playing the way he played in Dallas, but I think big and long picture for Luka and the Lakers, if he stays in this shape, I just think the numbers are going to go through the roof because there's longevity, there's staying power when he plays at this weight and he looks this good, Theodore.
And there's a lot of revisionist history, too, with Austin Reaves because I didn't see this.
No.
I don't know who did, but I remember talking to two college basketball analysts, and I said, do you remember Austin Reaves with this potential? And they're like, well, you could see if he was going to. I go, really? To me,
no one saw this coming. Look, no one saw this coming. And again, I always tell people this. You're a product of your environment. He went undrafted, and he wanted to sign with the Lakers. He saw a fit in a place where he thought he could build a niche. He took a gamble on himself, Dan, and knock on wood, health provided, I think it's going to pay off because the Lakers or someone is going to have to pay him because he is a legitimate number one on a bad team if he goes somewhere else. So he could be a number one on a bad team, or if he stays with the Lakers, be an unbelievable Robin to Batman, because he has certainly taken that role from LeBron And I think they respect that. So right now he's in the catbird seat and he controls his own destiny as long as he continues to play like this and understand and know his role, which he plays perfectly.
Is he going to get $50 million a year?
I mean, that's what it looks like. I mean,
dang.
I'm not going to, you can't fault that. He has put in the work. Think about how he's come along. When he was first thrust into it with just LeBron, and LeBron was giving him, I remember a clip when LeBron was explaining something to him, and he looked like a deer in headlights when LeBron was explaining a rotation on the floor, and he was like looking like what do I do? I rotate. And you fast forward to now, he is one of the biggest voices on this Lakers team. So $50 million is coming his way, either from the Lakers or from someone else. The matter will it be for 5 years or 4 years? He's getting it somewhere.
Yeah, and I don't begrudge him making the money. It's you go from undrafted to you're kind of there, and then you would see like little bits and pieces where you go, all right, you can get a shot. All right, you can get to the hole. All right, he's a great. And then all of a sudden LeBron goes out, and then all of a sudden Austin Reaves or Luka's out, and then Austin Reaves is like, do I need to get 40? Like that doesn't, that's hard to compute where you go, I can go out and get 40, a couple of times here, or I can be a 25-point scorer. I guess it was just the surprising element of, and somebody told me who works with the Lakers, we saw him in practice. And playing in practice, sometimes you'll see somebody and you'll go, well, man.
He's a great practice player, but
doesn't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it translates to games. And this is why I tell kids in high school and college players alike, rankings really don't mean anything. They don't. It's what's in your heart, and it's how you developed. I was a late bloomer, and I came on late. I was late to be recruited by UCLA. I was slow to develop at UCLA. They brought me along slow, which was great because they allowed me to grow into my game. And I think Austin Rivers is like that as well. So don't worry about rankings. Don't worry about what other people say. As long as you put the grind in and the hard work, the fruits of your labor will come out. Finding the right fit. Would he be this successful if he was in Minnesota, if he was in Charlotte? We don't know. Sometimes it's the right fit. And let's give Rob Pelinka and that staff a lot of credit for taking a gamble. Sometimes you got to take a gamble, a risky gamble, and it pays off and it works out.
Talking to Reggie Miller, the Hall of Famer. When do the Bucks decide what they're going to do with Giannis?
To me, it's got to be sooner than later. And if you're Doc Rivers, and I know he said all the right things, that Giannis has not come out and said he wants to be traded, but you just have to figure, are we wasting this young man's prime years here? They've tried to do everything to surround him with talent. Now he's got to stay on the court now. I know he's had some nagging injuries this year, as well as towards the end of last year. To me, he doesn't want to be the a-hole. He doesn't want to come out and be demonstrative and say, I want to be traded. But to me, he has earned the right. He brought them a championship.
But he's got to be careful that he doesn't say, I want to go to the Knicks. He's got to be, I'm open to being traded.
Everything has to be behind closed doors with him. And I'm sure he's voiced that, but he just can't publicly come out and say, I want to go to the Knicks. Which that's our job, but everyone's formulating the numbers. Will it be Miami? Will it be New York? Could it be LA? Is Reaves in this deal? I mean, there's so many ways that people are crunching the numbers. It just, from a basketball standpoint, Dan, you know this, him in New York just makes sense, doesn't it?
Boy.
Him paired.
Okay, but you got to look at both sides of the deal. People only look at one side and they go, man, Giannis with the Knicks. Okay, who are the Bucks going to get? And you go, You know what? We did the best we could. We have Karl Anthony Towns and we have Mikal Bridges and we have what? Is that enough?
And probably a protected pick. I mean, if you're Milwaukee and I can get Karl Anthony Towns, who's an all-star, one of the premier shooting big men our game has ever seen, and Mikal Bridges, who hasn't missed a game since his 7th grade AAU team, so you know he's reliable and will play. You're getting two guys that have been on. I know you'll never get fair value. You're never going to get equal trade value for Giannis.
But you don't want draft picks. You want
Yes,
bodies.
I need a couple draft picks as well. I need those two guys, and I need 2 first-round picks. Let's shake hands and call it a day.
You mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, and I have a friend who works in the NBA. And he goes, "What's Reggie smoking?" When you said Con Knippel and his three-point shooting. And I said, I think Reggie firmly believes Con Knippel, he's going to set the all-time rookie record for three-pointers made. And
that's a given.
Yeah.
That's a given.
Yes.
The question will be, here's the thing. When people say, what am I smoking? The question will be for Con, will he be a go-to guy like how Steph was a go-to guy from years 5 through now? Because his first 3 or 4 years, he was injury riddled.
Yeah.
So Con will have those numbers on Steph the first 3 years. The question going forward for Con will be in year 4 and 5. Where's his development, and where is he in the pecking order? If he is, even if he's still in Charlotte, who even knows if he'll be there? Will he have the longevity? Because Steph has always had the longevity after year 4, and he was the go-to guy. Will Con be a go-to guy, and will he always get the opportunities that Steph has gotten? Who knows? But if you're going to go by the first 2 or 3 years, Con will have the numbers on Steph.
Do you know who has the rookie record for most three-pointers made? Paulie said I would be shocked. Now, is this a recent guy, Paulie?
Yeah, he's still pretty young. He plays in a town that doesn't get a ton of coverage on the NBA calendar.
Trae Young?
Keegan Murray, 206 threes as a rookie with your Kings, Dan.
Wow.
Your guy, Con Knippel, right now.
What is that number, by the way?
236?
206.
Oh, 206.
For Keegan Murray. Con Knippel right now is on pace for 263 threes. He'd blow away the record.
Yeah. Dang. But he plays in Charlotte.
That's the problem. And will he stay in Charlotte his whole career, or will someone come a-calling? Right? So does he stay healthy? And will he ever be a go-to guy like Stephen Curry? He's not even a go-to guy on Charlotte right now. The reason why he's getting all these threes is LaMelo's been in and out of the lineups. Brandon Miller's been in and out of the lineups. So the opportunity is there. I'm curious to see, once everyone is healthy, does he still get these looks, which I hope he does, because he's a flat-out shooter. But again, view him on his first 3 years versus Steph's first 3 years. He'll have the numbers. The question will be going forward will be year 4 on.
Can the Hornets be a playoff team if LaMelo Ball is your best player?
No. No.
Nothing to add there.
I love LaMelo.
No.
I love LaMelo, but LaMelo has to stay healthy, and to me, he just has to.
He's just a curiosity. He's a curiosity. He's a guy out there having fun. But I don't think
I would love to see him on a really, really good team where every possession matters.
Paulie, what do you have?
Reggie Miller's total threes as a rookie. By the way, Reggie came off the bench as a rookie, so he played 82 games, started 1. He was 61 for 172 as a rookie, 61 threes.
And I broke Larry Bird's record.
Yes.
Record. That was breaking Larry Bird's record. I think Larry Bird had like 57, right, Paulie?
That's right.
I broke it with 61.
Wow.
And what is Con at right now? Currently.
He's at 81.
Come on, man. and we're not even. We're only a quarter up to the season.
I know he's gonna. And great.
So all you haters out there, do your homework. Do your homework.
What did Reggie average assist-wise, Paulie?
I think he had 3 assists that season.
Woo!
No, you had 132 assists.
No, you could pass if you wanted to.
No, right. Thank you, Theodore. If I wanted to, my job description for the Pacers: leader, put the ball in the basket. 5 minutes left in the game, close the game. That's what it said on my bio.
Oh, it did. Okay.
That was my job description when they hired me.
I love that Reggie would pass it, but he wanted it back after he passed.
He said, pass it. Now
I'll pass it back.
Bring it back.
What's his career high assist in a game?
In a game, in a season.
Triple-double. 1 triple-double. That was it.
Okay.
Like 10.
I got 11 assists in a game for Reggie. His best season, he averaged 4 assists a game, year 5.
Wow.
Why are you looking at me like that, Theodore?
I don't know.
The game has changed today. We had point guards that distributed the ball. We had shooting guards that shot the ball. We had small forwards who were like wing players who defended.
How many assisted Bird average when he was playing? Because he had a point guard. He ended up getting 7, 8 assists.
That's different. Larry Legend and Magic were different.
Larry Bird's best season, he averaged 7.5 assists a game.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying he was a shooter and a rebounder, but also passing. You were coming up with excuses there.
No, not excuse. It's just knowing my role. That's the key for 18 years plus is knowing your role.
Were you ever first or second or third team all defense?
No. No. Now, what they should have had a category for was I could have been first, second, third team, all team defense.
Oh.
I was a great team defender.
You were a helper?
Yeah, a great help defender. So when someone got beat, slide over and then let Dale and Rick and Derek
Wait a minute. But you were guarding shooting guards. You're the one that needed team help.
Yeah, well, I forced them into the help.
Oh,
that's help defense. You force them to your bigs.
Help! Somebody pick up Kobe. Somebody get Kobe. Help! Thank you, Reg. Good to talk to you.
I appreciate you, Theodore. Thank you, Dan. That's Paulie. Great job on those stats.
Thanks, buddy.
That's what you do. You get an assist there, Paulie. Bloop. That's what you get.